Hello students, welcome to our online classes. I hope that all of you are doing good. We had started chapter 5 from class 8, the judiciary. So in the previous class we already discussed that India has integrated judiciary system and judiciary administers justice, interprets laws and protects the natural rights of the citizens. We already discussed about the importance of the judiciary, need for an independent judiciary and the function and structure of judiciary. So in today's module we will discuss about the Supreme Court of our country. So let's start today's module. This is the structure of Indian judiciary: Supreme Court, after that High Court, and after that subordinate court. So let's start our topic with Supreme Court. We we already know that India has a federal system of governance but a single integrated judiciary system. Single integrated judiciary system means it means that by a single integrated judiciary system we means that Supreme Court is the head of entire system and exercise full control on all other courts. So, Supreme Court is the apex court of the country. Apex means the highest or top level, मतलब जो supreme होता है. There are no separate set of laws and same civil and criminal systems operate in the entire country. All the cases can be taken from lower courts, subordinate court to high court, and from high court it can be taken to the Supreme Court, and the decision of Supreme Court would be the final. The Supreme Court has a original, appellate and advisory jurisdiction. The Constitution gives an extensive original jurisdiction to the Supreme Court to enforce the fundamental rights. So, what is the need of single integrated judiciary system in our country, India? To protect democracy, to keep the judiciary away from legislative and executive, and to protect human rights, we need a single integrated judiciary system. So, what is the let's discuss about the composition of Supreme Court. The Supreme Court of India is headed by the Chief Justice of Supreme Court, also known as Chief Justice of India. So, the Supreme Court of India comprises the Chief Justice and not more than 30 judges appointed by the President. So, the Chief Justice head the Supreme Court and the maximum number of 30 judges assist him. If required, Parliament can increase the number of Supreme Court judges to clear pending cases. So, Supreme Court consists of Chief Justice of India and 30 Supreme Court judges. After that, the qualification for appointment as Judge of Supreme Court. To qualify the appointment as a judge of Supreme Court, the person must be the citizen of India and he have experience of at least 5 years as a judge of High Court. So worked as a judge of High Court for at least 5 years, worked as an advocate in a High Court 1, 2 or more for at least 10 years, and in the opinion of President he should be distinguished judge or jurist. So these are the qualification for an appointment of Judge of Supreme Court. So who appoint the judges of Supreme Court? Every judge of Supreme Court is appointed by the President in consultation with the judges of Supreme Court and High Courts along with the Council of Ministers. In case of appointment of other 30 judges of Supreme Court, it is done by the President in consultation with the Chief Justice of Supreme Court. Or if in case of Chief Justice is unable to perform his duties, then President appoints the new Chief Justice of India. So अगर Chief Justice अनेबल मतलब किसी भी तरीके से अपनी ड्यूटी नहीं कर पा रहा है, देन जो काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर हैं वो क्या करेंगे, जो प्रेसिडेंट है वो न्यू चीफ जस्टिस को अपॉइंट कर सकते हैं. सो टर्म, देयर इज नो फिक्स टर्म ऑफ ऑफिस फॉर द सुप्रीम कोर्ट जजेस. A judge of Supreme Court can hold office until he reaches the age of 65 years. In case of resignation, the Supreme Court judges need to submit the letter to the President. Supreme Court judges can be removed by President on ground of misuse of office, proven misbehavior or incapacity. The process of removing the Supreme Court judges is called impeachment. So approval of 2/3 majority of both houses is also needed to go ahead with the impeachment of Supreme Court judges. So इस तरह से हम Supreme Court के judges को निकाल सकते हैं. Now jurisdiction. The Indian Supreme Court has original and appellate jurisdiction. Original jurisdiction gives it the power to hear cases for the first time. So jurisdiction, it is the power that a court of law exercises to carry out judgment and enforce laws. Thus, all the disputes that arise between the central government, state government are decided by the Supreme Court of India. The Supreme Court guarantees the fundamental rights of citizens. So, original jurisdiction, appellate jurisdiction, advisory jurisdiction, revisory jurisdiction, and judicial review. So let's understand all of them individually. Original jurisdiction. The Supreme Court entertains appeals against all the state high courts. So the Supreme Court is the final court that decides appeals. So इसमें क्या है कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट जो है वो अटेंड करता है सारी अपील्स को जो हाई कोर्ट में किसी की, मान लीजिए किसी ने अपनी अपील की है हाई कोर्ट में और वो पूरी नहीं हो रही है, तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट इज द फाइनल कोर्ट दैट डिसाइड दैट अपील्स. आफ्टर दैट, appellate jurisdiction. The Supreme Court may give it advice or opinion which may or may not be accepted by the President. So the Supreme Court has got appellate jurisdiction in all the three types of cases: constitution, civil and criminal. So appellate jurisdiction में क्या होता है, सुप्रीम कोर्ट अपनी एडवाइस दे भी सकता है और क्या कहते हैं अपनी एडवाइस देता है जो कि प्रेसिडेंट उसको एक्सेप्ट भी कर सकते हैं और नहीं भी एक्सेप्ट कर सकते हैं. सो इस टाइम पे क्या होता है कि अपैलेट जुडिक्शन में 3 टाइप्स के केसेस मिलते हैं, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, दूसरा सिविल एंड थर्ड वन इज क्रिमिनल. आफ्टर दैट, एडवाइजरी jurisdiction. The Supreme Court give its own advisory opinion if the President of India refers some articles of Constitution to it for this purpose. So सुप्रीम कोर्ट अपनी एडवाइस दे सकते हैं जब प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया किसी आर्टिकल ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के पर्पज से, मतलब सुप्रीम कोर्ट अपनी एडवाइस दे सकता है एडवाइजरी jurisdiction में. After that, revisory jurisdiction. Revisory jurisdiction means that it can call for a particular case that has been decided by subordinate courts. So revisory jurisdiction में जो subordinate courts हैं, चाहे वो हाई कोर्ट हो चाहे लोअर कोर्ट्स हो, इन्होंने जो जजमेंट लिया है उस पर दोबारा से सुप्रीम कोर्ट अपना फैसला लेती है. After that, judicial review. Judicial review is the power of Supreme Court to examine the validity of law passed by union and states. सो जुडिशियल रिव्यू सुप्रीम कोर्ट को वो पावर मिलती है जिससे सुप्रीम कोर्ट ये एग्जामिन करता है कि जो लॉ पास किए गए हैं यूनियन और स्टेट के थ्रू वो उनमें वो कितने हद तक सही है, वैलिडेट करता है. A law can also be annulled if found incompatible with the constitution. और अगर वो लॉ सही नहीं है अकॉर्डिंग टू अवर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन तो उसको रिजेक्ट भी किया जा सकता है थ्रू सुप्रीम कोर्ट. So this is all about the powers and jurisdiction of Supreme Court. So this is all for today's topic. Thank you, students.